I, for one, am going to celebrate. And I'm not going to wait for it either. So, the President of the United States, Donald Trump, has a number of warnings that his body and mind are giving off that he is on the way out. Not just in his polling numbers, not just with the economy and its direct response against his direct actions that were entirely predictable. I mean, he himself is beginning to waste away. His body is failing him, and his mind is in a state of unrecoverable. The President of the United States is dying, and I'm going to celebrate today. At the end of this video, at the very end, I'll show you what champagne I picked, and a lot of you people out there, especially on the coast, will not be surprised that it was something like that, but I am going to pop a bottle of champagne at the very end. YouTube did say I could be more edgy now, and I'm going to hold them to that. So with that in mind, yes, I'm going to celebrate the fact that the president is dying. I'm not going to wait for the final announcement. I'm not going to wait for the funeral or anything like that at all. I'm going to celebrate dying Trump, and I'm going to be very loud and vocal about it on social media, because that's really the socially preferred thing to do in Metrosota, even in the suburbs, especially in the suburbs, because it's a real show of force and bravery, and it doesn't matter what the uniformed traitors do in response to that, or how many of them are out there. We need to celebrate, and we need to start celebrating now. This is not a man who deserves to see the celebration of his death after his death. And in America's unique position right now, we're the most equipped country and free country in all of human history to have the ability to do this, even with all of the scary stuff you're seeing on cable news and from your favorite pundits on YouTube right now. That's what I encourage every patriotic American to do. The ones that are not wearing the uniforms, but are indeed protesting against them. Unless, of course, the uniform looks exactly like the one on my shirt. These are the heroes I thank now in this time. Not the ones who are trained for combat against their own country and have regular fantasies of doing that, or are involved in taking the president's orders of giving off that vibe in any way. You're traitors to me because the president is a traitor, because the Roberts Court is traitorous, and it is so transparent. Like, even the supposed ideology of the Roberts Court originalism is a complete fabrication. If you look at the Federalist Papers, they told you what they meant, and this is the court that will instead pull out a Ouija board and make shit up that is directly against what the Founding Fathers said they meant in the Federalist Papers. And, of course, all of this was done in foresight, therefore originalism is bullshit. No one owes a judge subscribing to this ideology, this originalist dogma. They don't owe them anything at all. No respect for their authority. Nothing, because it is a lie. So, with a traitorous president being enabled by a traitorous court, not being stopped by a traitorous Congress, all done by a party that chose treason Around the year 1980 with Ronald Reagan, who absolutely ruined everything and is responsible for literally all of America's problems right now, including the cost of living. This has been a problem on a much wider scale. He is responsible for all the poverty in this nation, especially the poverty of the working poor. So to see the current symbol of this dying movement, this dying conservative ideology that is counterfactual, counter-historical, and false, lose like everyone else in the entire world is going to and will continue to, that's worth celebrating loudly in every space that you can get into at the highest volume, and that does include the internet. So with all of that in mind, thank you all for watching this relatively short video to the very end. And if you feel the same way, as always, subscribe if you like, and share if you care. And be loud about it too. If you're wondering why people are celebrating Trump's death now, just show them that I sent you. Really good tool, that share button. So, okay, this might actually surprise some people on the coasts because I got this at a deep discount at the wine and spirit and also liquor and THC store. He said this was pretty good. It's an extra dry. I personally prefer the sweet stuff, but I guess dry is the customary flavor for these. I'm definitely not a connoisseur. But, you know, a celebration is a celebration. And you know what, Mr. Trump? I know you see it differently, but the fact remains and will be enforced by your boss. Oh yeah, you have like 300 million of those, at least, including the brown ones. We are your boss. And we have fired you before. But it's nice that rather than having to wait for 2028, your body is doing that for you. Your decisions, your health decisions, are catching up with you. Granted, mine are not much better, but still, your death is a cause to celebrate, and it's coming soon. There really isn't much to slow it down at this point. Not when you have, like... Where should I aim that? You know. When you have venous insufficiency. That's pretty bad. That's worse than I'm at right now. My feet... My ankles have like the opposite problem. They're getting really thin, so I'm moving them more everywhere in every way I can, starting with cleaning up this house. It's pretty safe to say you won't see the midterms that you're trying to rig and will fail to do there. Just because, you know, you're a Republican, therefore, when you make decisions, obviously, you can't do math. This is a Casa Forelli, extra dry. It is a sparkling wine, not a champagne in and of itself. But it was all I could afford, and it was a 2-for-1 on sale, and it was better than what I was going to get. It was going to be barefoot, so... I'd say it's pretty good. I mean, I needed a beverage after losing my job to reasons I explained in the last episode, but I also know that now's the time to celebrate the mortal demise of President Trump, and it is perfectly appropriate to do so. In fact, this is the first president where I can absolutely say, yeah, cheering on this guy's death. Even before it happens, knowing it's nigh, might as well celebrate now. Cheers.